Hey, everybody. Hope you guys having a great night, great day. Come on in the house. Let's get this conversation going. We're talking about dating, talking about relationships. We talk about love. And I'm your host, KTJ. And this is Love Coach Sessions Live. And thank you guys for joining us today. Today, we got a good topic. And I want you to join in. Shoot me your opinion. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this topic. And as well, we got the chat room that is open for you. So if you guys so choose, come on into the chat room and drop your comments there in the chat. If you're checking this out on the replay, then let me hear from you down below and make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right. Now we got all that out of the way. Let's get to it. Let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about this idea of flaky or for real. Flaky or for real. There are some people, you guys, who, let's say you ask fellas, if you ask a young lady out for a date, okay, and she tells you, oh, yeah, I'll go out with you. Matter of fact, let's back it up. Let's back it up. You meet the young lady. You're in the store. You buying some groceries or whatever. See a young lady standing over there. Hey, Coco. See a young lady standing over there, right? And you go over as a young lion to go over, and you see her. You checking her out, and you're like, you know what? I want to meet her. Okay, you go over there and meet her. Say hello. Hello, ma'am. My name is Marvin. All right. You go over there, Marvin. She said, oh, okay. My name is Melissa. M&M. All right, good. So you're talking to her, trying to get to know her. And then you ask her for her number. You say, look, well, I got to grab these groceries and I got to get out of this store. I don't have a lot of time today, but I saw you and I definitely wanted to make a connection. Wanted to get to know you, right? So you say, well, look, let's exchange numbers. Let me give me your number and I'll give you a call and we'll maybe set something up and see where we go from here. All right. She says to you, I'll tell you what, no. Give me your number. And, she says, I like to control the people who are calling me and control the process of this. So give me your number and I'll call you. If she, and ladies, y'all know, y'all do this, right? Often she will not call. After she said she was going to call. She is flaky. So while you're having a conversation with her, now let's say days go by, you're thinking about her. A lot of guys may just this is just the process for them. They don't really think about it, but some guys do think about it, right? And so you ask yourself, why did she take my number if she wasn't going to call me? Why did she say I'm going to call you if she had no intention on calling? Was she just humoring me, or was she interested in me, or did something come up? Now, and ladies, y'all know that this same thing goes on the other side. A guy gets your number. Guys asks for your number and tells you I'm going to call you. And he don't call that night. He doesn't call the next night, and he doesn't call at all. And it leaves you wondering, was this guy flaky or for real? Now, we know that like a lot of things could have happened. A lot of things happen day to day, right? And maybe at the time when they asked you for the number, that they were really for real. But maybe they were also flaky. And it wasn't that big of a deal to them. Maybe they really didn't like you. Maybe they were just humoring you. Who knows, right? But you go through all of these scenarios, and then let's say fast forward, you get the number, you decide to meet up and decide to have a date. decide on Tuesday. Let's say y'all had a conversation on Tuesday, and you decide on Friday night. You say, you know what? I tell you what. Let's meet up at the bowling ring. Let's meet up at the bowling alley for a date. Hey, LV, let's meet up at the bowling alley for a date. And you decide on Tuesday you're going to meet up on Friday, right? When Friday comes, man shoots woman a text to say, hey, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you tonight. And she says, oh, well, I didn't hear from you all week long. So I assumed that there wasn't going to be a date. So I scheduled something else. The question is in his mind, and the question before us today, is that flaky or for real? Did she have any intention of going out on a date with the guy when she set the date, when she said yes to the date? And then what happened on Friday that made her be flaky? Was she ever going to go out at all? Or is she really, that way to think, unless a guy comes to me and lets me know, like, continuously that there's going to be a date on Friday, I assume there's no date. Flaky or for real? Now, with all of these scenarios, these are individual people thinking. I want y'all to come with me on this journey here, right? These are individual people thinking, having their own ways of thinking that end up affecting the other person, right? Now, I've actually heard women say this, that like in that scenario, look, he didn't contact me all week, so I'm assuming that we ain't doing that, ain't nothing going down, right? And I've also heard men say, well, I asked her out on a date on Tuesday and she flaked on me for the date when Friday came, right? Two people who started off with the same idea of what was going to happen, but they ended up with two separate understandings when it was time to do the thing. Flaky or for real? Okay. So now as I have these conversations with men, because I listen to what the women are saying, and we have these conversations in the men's community and with some of my male clients. I talk to them about it, and I say, listen, to avoid that scenario, a woman needs connection. If you don't understand anything about women, understand that women need a connection. They need intrigue. They need they need the breadcrumbs. They need something to know that you are on her mind, right? So it's no big deal that if you set the date on Tuesday, shoot her a text on Wednesday to say, hey, I hope you have a great day today. May not be much. When Thursday comes, you might, I don't know, send her a funny meme, maybe even describe the date, and you can't wait to see her on Friday. Then when Friday comes, shoot her another message and say, look, I've been waiting for you all week long. Okay? I've been waiting to see you all week long. Let's get it on. I'll see you at 8. Now, at that point, if she flakes on that date at that point, with all of that in between, then she is flaky. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, my cousin came to town. Y'all ladies, y'all know y'all can flake on some stuff. Oh, this happened, that happened. Sometimes what really happened is you got a better offer. Let's be honest. Sometimes, Barney Rubble showed up from out of town, and you've been crushing on Barney Rubble for a long time. So this Fred Flintstone, he don't stand a chance because Barney Rubble is coming to town. Okay, and he's taking you to where? Bedrock. Okay, and so Fred doesn't stand a chance. Now, but you started off with the thing. Now, here's the thing to that, ladies. I'll come and stand on your side of that, right? I feel like if you agree to go and do something with somebody, it's your integrity at stake, right? It's your word. A person got nothing else but your word. If you say, we're going, yes, we're going to go out on Friday, when you agree to that on Tuesday, to me, it says something about your character that when Friday comes, you scram out of the deal. You flake out of the deal. Okay. To me, it seems like if you say you go on Tuesday, unless something came up that you absolutely can't get away from, you should show up on Friday. Okay. Now, some of you ladies actually think that some guys can read your mind on some of these things, because most men, there's a lot of men who, like, especially men who have jobs, people who have, like, they got lives. They might not have even the wherewithal to think to text you all throughout the week. And then again, there's some women who don't want that. They may not necessarily want to hear from you every day, leading up to the date. But the one thing they can't say is that you didn't show interest. The one thing they can't say is that you weren't trying to make a connection. All right. I tell coaching people on the dating process. I tell the men, look, at that first date, you need to see who you working with. Don't go scheduling some Red Lobster, Ruth Chris, $200 dinner, $150 dinner with somebody you don't know. No. I tell the fellas, I say, listen, schedule a date with her to walk through the park. Stop by the dollar store and pick up 2 glasses. If you want to have a bottle of wine, stop by the store and pick up a bottle of wine and go have a picnic in the park. Go walk through the park and go feed the ducks, feed the birds, and just get to know the person. Because some of these people, they're not looking for love. They're looking for lunch. Let's be honest. Some of these people, they're not looking for Mr. Right. They're looking for Mr. Restaurant. Okay? They're looking to have an experience, and the experience doesn't necessarily correlate to being with you. They're looking to have a change of pace, and you just so happen to be there. So I tell the guys, look, be cautious, especially if some of the guys who are dating regularly and just meeting people, going out, all of that. Look, you could break your bank trying to impress somebody that you'll never see again. Okay. Now, if you want to go out on date number 3, 2, 3, 4, you want to take her somewhere nice, take her somewhere nice. But nobody's going anywhere nice until I know if you are worthy of going somewhere nice. I got to see what your conversation is like. I got to see what your character is like. I got to see how you carry yourself, how you show me yourself, how you present, to see if you're somebody who can end up at Ruth Chris. Okay? Flaky or for real? That's what I need to know on day 1. I also encourage folks. I say, look, somebody recently told me they went out on a date, on a blind date, and ended up meeting somebody who they knew, like, from first glance, it wasn't going to work. And I'm like, well, why did you agree to this whole thing? Like, if you do not show up to some place to meet somebody that you've never seen before. I mean, I'm talking about, you need to see a current photo, show up on video chat or something. Okay? But you are not to put yourself out there. Why? Because you don't know if this person is a flake or not. You go slow. And slow will tell you if they are for real. Slow will tell you if she is a gold digger and she's only after your cash and she's going to dash. Slow will tell you who she comes from. Slow will tell you what her background is. Slow will tell you what she brings to the table. Slow will tell you what his motives are, ladies. Slow will tell you what he's really all about. Not the thing that he said on his profile, but what he's really all about. Slow will tell you what the motives are and if the person is really for real. Because you do not know. I'm telling you, some of these scenarios. Now, Flaky will tell you something too. In that first scenario with the guy, let's say the guy got the girl's number and they went out, or no, you made the date and she says, oh, when Friday comes, oh, I didn't hear from you all week, so I'm not going anywhere. Okay. But what happens next decides how flaky she is. If she says, but I am available on Tuesday for lunch. Okay, don't throw it away just yet. She may not be all the way flaky. But just know that when Tuesday comes, if she come up with a new reason, a new excuse, a new whatever, you know this is flaky. And flaky leaves clues. So what you do from there, if she come up with another, oh, I had to work late or I had to take Fluffy to the vet. Some kind of cockamamie excuse. Chalk that one up to the flaky column and just cross it out. Next. And move right along. People's behavior will tell you if they're flaky. That's why you can't move too fast. And watch that kissing on the first date. That's how stuff move fast. I'm telling you. There's the muscle tendons, the muscles, the touch on the lips, just the touch itself on the lips. Two lips coming together sends an explosion of pleasure to the brain. The brain gets the message, oh my God, I'm in love. And it was just a kiss. Oh, explosion in the brain. Boom. Ooh, I like this girl right here. Well, maybe we can do a little bit more of this, you know what I'm saying? And you do a little bit more of that. The next thing you know, everybody got their clothes off. And the next thing you know, you enjoyed a good time. But what does it lead to? Does it lead to a callback? Let's get together for lunch and get to know each other. Let's go to church together. Let's go to to the museum. Let's go out to dinner. Let's go. Not usually. Why? Because you didn't let enough time get in there to find out if they were flaky or for real. Some people will show you that they're flaky after the fact. Yeah, they start off one way and then slowly. Because listen, some people can try and match the thing you said that you were looking for. You get to the table and you say, oh, you know what? I'm looking for a man who speaks his mind, a man who can take charge of a situation, a man who can take care of me, a man who can lead and guide, and a man who would just make me feel like a woman. My man in his mind is like, okay, check. check, check, got you. And he becomes all those things that you stated that you're looking for. But is he flaky or for real? Slowly, you just see, oh, well, he's not calling like he used to. Oh, he's not texting me. There's no good morning text. There's no good night text. And slowly you stop hearing from the guy. Why? Because you didn't let enough time go get into the scenario and you actually get to know the person. For the guys, sometimes you dole out too much money. You're trying to show her that you're a good catch, and you're trying to lead with your pockets. There are men who lead with their money, lead with their pockets. Trust me, and if you lead with your pocket, get ready, because you have showed her where your value is, and she don't have no problems with spending your money. No problems. You look, if you want to drop it, she gonna pick it up, buddy. No problem. But just don't get mad and say you always after my money. You know, I can't tell if you really want me or my money. Well, that's you. And that's your decision. But I'm telling you that you gotta let some time get in there. You gotta ask questions. You want to know if they're flaky or for real? You gotta ask some questions. Ask them some real questions. A while ago, I told people to ask the question, what was the relationship like with you and your mother when you were a child? That'll tell you something real quick about the person. The relationship the man had with his daughter. The relationship the boy has, with his mother, with his father. That'll tell you something about who they are, and maybe sometimes about the struggles that they have as adults. Another quick question. You want to know if the person's real or fake? Ask questions. Here's another great question to ask. Ask them, what's your birth order? What order are you in terms of birth? Were you the first child, second child, third child, baby child, only child? Now, of course, it's not a all one size fits all scenario, but there are some common things that you'll find in birth order. There's some things that you'll find in a child who is an only child, who grew up with two parents and was an only child. They have a specific way of looking at the world. Or maybe if they were the second child, they have a real way of looking. Whether you're the oldest, whether you're the youngest. And I'll tell you what, if you follow the path of that, you'll see there are behavior traits that go along with being in that birth order. Ask some questions. It's the only way for you to know if a person is for real. Sometimes those questions can turn a flake into for real. Come on, y'all hearing me today? I'm telling you, sometimes questions will cause the person to look at you differently. Maybe the guy had in mind, this is just going to be a hump and dump. Okay? Maybe he was thinking pump and dump, but through your questions, you're making him think. You're making him reevaluate. Oh, wait a minute. You know how many people ended up getting married and having a beautiful life together who, when they first went in, neither one of them was serious? But through the course of time, they got to know each other and they started looking at each other a little different. Like, wait a minute. Wait, this is more than I thought. Whew. It comes by questions. It comes by questions. I'm putting together a list of questions to ask somebody that you're just meeting, just connecting with. And I'm going to put that out in the PDF on the website real soon. First questions to ask, 5 questions you must ask when you first meet someone you might want to get to know or have a relationship with, because I think that's really important to have. So anyway, you guys, I have enjoyed being here with you guys. Look, make sure you hit that like button and hit subscribe on your way out of here. And we've got more to come. This is just day 2. This is just Tuesday. But there's more to come. And I want you guys to follow us and connect with me on the Patreon. Become a Patreon supporter. And it helps the show. It helps you get more content. And it helps us to grow the brand. All right. Till next time, you guys. Peace and love. Bye.